Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Earthly and Ethereal, and here I am about to perform a 3-card reading for one of my followers on Tumblr, who happened to help me get motivation to finish this deck of mine, as well as win the spontaneous video reading. This one shouldn't be too long because I'm just testing out how this is going to work, plus I'm still getting used to this deck. So this will probably be a semi-short reading, 3 cards or so. But as you can see, this is my deck. I haven't done an introductory video for it yet, so I'm not going to reveal the name. It will be for pre-orders. I suppose I should probably get that done, so it's done for tomorrow. Anyway, client asked about teaching. I assume they are going to be going through a teaching course or working on getting a teaching degree. Didn't really ask, but client, if you're listening to this, well, you know exactly what you have in mind. So, I won't talk too much about the deck in this video because I will be making another video at some point, so I can talk about said deck, and I might actually do that over in my witchy area, which at the moment I'm using my headset to actually record this, so it's easier to pick up on my voice than the webcam. Hence why I'm over at my computer. And you can see me playing Final Fantasy 15 in the background. As you can see, I have tiny hands, so I have to shuffle this sideways. Cardstock of this deck is good, decent, I suppose. Easy enough to where someone like me can side shuffle. And it's habit to bridge the cards, I suppose. I don't know why. It's just always habit for me to do that, no matter what deck I'm shuffling. And I'm trying to do this without, 1, looking at the cards, and 2, revealing the cards. Hence why I'm shuffling these face up from me, and with the backs down for a client. And sorry if I'm, like, halfway spitting into the microphone. It's hard to talk without breathing everywhere. Okay, let's see what 3 cards we get. I can't tell if these are reverse or if these are upright. Oop. Well, I can just flip all 3 over. So I'm going to read the first card as where you currently are, as I throw it. This card is number 46. As you can kind of see, well, either way it looks kind of like a phoenix. If you turn it this way, this is the tail, these are the wings, the head is in here somewhere, probably about right here-ish, if my webcam would focus on it. Oh, there it goes. But anyway, the card is in reverse. This card represents who you are now, where you're at. Upright, this is a rebirthal card, which is why I named it that, because of the phoenix, and phoenixes are usually known in mythology as rebirthing animals because they can usually burst in flames every once in a while and be reborn. So in reverse, this might mean you are stuck in a phase where you are trying to refresh who you are, bring about something new, and you're being stuck. So, second card is toxicity. Ugh, I can't say it. It's a hard word to say. But basically, this card upright would represent some sort of toxic nature. And this is probably your obstacle or whatever, or your helping hand. I actually didn't really think about that whenever I was doing this reading, which I probably should have. Either way, reverse, this means you're overcoming some obstacles or something that may be dealing with the toxic nature. Perhaps you're finding out that you don't really have that many true friends and that the people you're around are more toxic than they are helpful, or something of the sort, to where you were just overcoming a really bad situation. And this might be with anxiety of teaching. This might be having some students that are hard to deal with sometimes. It's just something that you're working on overcoming. This card represents, I believe, DNA. And not in the sense of, like, actual DNA, but in the sense that maybe this is kind of something that you feel you should be doing, but are you really sure you have to be doing it? This card also kind of brings forth a little bit of obstacles where you might have problems trusting yourself at some point or believing in yourself and whether you can actually do this. Honestly, I still don't understand my own deck very well, apparently. But, as it's kind of like lines, these two bright points could point from, like, point A to point B. And these could all be little trials and paths that you can take to get from one path to the other, or from one point to the other. So you might be kind of stuck trying to figure out where exactly you should go and how you can get there. For clarity, I'm drawing another card, which is 31, which is Foundation. I think this card is what you absolutely need to do. I think you need to build yourself a foundation, get yourself working to where you want to be, figure out what all you need to do to be strong, to get to where you want, to kind of get this bit of a foundation going. And as you can see, some of the colors in here are brown and green, which make me think of Earth, which is what actually made me name this card Foundation, because it just makes me think of a building point upwards. And where this should leave... Yes, this looks like an ominous figure, and it's actually meant to be. This card I named Sins, and it's number 7 because it's 7 deadly sins. No, I don't think this means you're going to be going towards a sinful nature. But what it does tell me is that maybe working with your foundation and getting past all these obstacles with the toxicness and the confusion, you might actually reach a point where you understand what you're doing with both your teaching, your witchcraft, I forget if you actually even do witchcraft, your readings, whatever else you might be having difficulty with. I think this card is actually kind of a positive outcome that you will overcome these trials and get rid of all that emotional, anxious baggage that you might be dealing with in terms of whatever is holding you back. This is actually one of my favorite cards, though. It just, I don't know. But, anyway, rebirth. You're in a phase where you're trying to regrow, reroot yourself. You're getting stuck by possibly toxic natures, toxic people, environments. Something about this is keeping you stuck. Perhaps it's your confusion on which path to go, self-doubt, no confidence in yourself, which I guess is self-doubt. You don't believe in yourself. All of this can be changed by building yourself a foundation, making sure you have what you need to go forward, and moving on. And you should be able to reach your goals with whatever it should be, within a reasonable time frame, I would hope. I mean, this could also indicate the number of how long it's going to take. 7 months, 7 weeks, hopefully not 7 years, 7 days. I like just anything like that, really. So, teaching sounds like it might become a bit of an obstacle at some points. Maybe you'll have issues with some people along the way. You might have self-doubt, stuff like that. But just keep your head up, keep working on it, and yeah, hopefully that will be something that works out for you. In the meantime, I should probably go make this video about this deck and talk a little bit about it, what its name is, creativity, so on and so forth. So, Logan, I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and perhaps this will be something I do in the future.